You on the road again? How it
The
feels to
first time I've
be
been on the
on the road.
road since SummerSlam.
Wow, August.
Yep.
I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah.
Wow.
First time, you know.
So how did it feel? First of all, how was the flying? Because we've spent many an episode covering Delta.
Um, the flights were great.
Okay.
They've still got the same 737s that have screens on the back of the seats with a sticker saying, "Please be patient. We're in the process of upgrading the entertainment systems, and these don't work." So they still that. So now 2 years later, there's still, and people have peeled the stickers off of some of them, which really makes it's kind of funny because if you don't have the sticker and you don't fly all the time, the person sits over there and fucks with the screen for like 15 minutes, like
Hmm.
pushing it and putting their headphones in it, and yeah, it's
What about schedule? You were on time both ways.
on time both ways. I kind of felt special. I landed, and on the email from the con, it said that because of the bulk of, and I don't know if people know this, but if you fly into Cincinnati, you actually land in Covington, Kentucky, which is on the other side of the river,
Oh.
and it's kind of Cincinnati's is it's got like areas that are like these old German row houses. So, but I was in, I think it was called Sharonville, which is like probably 25 miles north of Cincinnati, maybe
Wow.
20 miles north. So I had to go all the way through. And of course, I landed at like 4:30. So I was in rush hour traffic. So this young black cat picked me up.
Not a lady boy.
No,
Okay.
and really polite. And he grabbed my bag and he took. I said no. I said I got my bag. And then he said no. And I said, well, I said I want to put my briefcase on the top of the bag and just drag it. He goes, I'll get it for you. So now this guy's like 25 years old probably, and I didn't see anybody hand him the baton when he took off. But I'm like, dude, if I could walk that fucking fast, I'd still be in the ring. Like fucking, like I'm thinking like anybody can have a fucking like a light up thing that says Nash, and you just took my briefcase. My fucking all my clothes. Only thing I'm worried about is, man, you got my Xanax. I'm not sleeping tonight.
Mm.
So, but anyway, I said, dude, slow down. So we slow down. We go outside. I'm thinking, all right, this is chill. And we go out there, brand new black Escalade XLT, and I like to sit in the front. Like that's just my gig. But
Hmm.
he had his shit all in the front, so he said, oh, I got stuff in the front. So we get in the car, and he goes, do you mind if I play some music? I said, no, not at all. So I'm just sitting there and checking my phone, and I text my wife that I had landed, and went ahead and sent out a just a fucking, I mean, just a want ad for, yeah, in case
Guy that
anybody,
looks like you.
yeah, in case anybody was going to be around the Hyatt that night in Sharonville. I'd brought some lingerie. And
That's why you
so
didn't want him to
anyway,
touch your bag.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
get it.
bag. So I've listened to the music, man. It's kind of like it's got kind of a like a jazz fusion kind of a gimmick going, but it's got tom tom. It's got like tom toms. So I say to him, I said, where in Africa is that music from? He says West Africa, and he kind of had it low, and I said, can you turn it up a little bit? So we started talking. I said, is that on your? on your phone? He said, yeah. I said, play me your favorite cut. He goes, I said, whether it's slow or fast, I said, play me your favorite cut. So he played me he played me two different songs. And we were talking back and forth about it. But when I said turn it up, like if you could have saw the fucking smile on his face, that it was just like, because to me, that's the beauty of travel, is every time you travel, you're going to encounter something that if you fucking pay attention, you'll learn. So I learned a little bit about this West African music.
Mm.
So kind of chill.
When I was down in what the fuck was I in the islands? Either maybe Bermuda, and I was taking a car, and the dude was playing some reggae, and I uh, I Shazam the song while I'm going, and it's kind of like a love song to weed, and it was called Collyweed by
Sean
Shinehead.
Waltman,
Yeah, no, no. Well, they do in the song. They do give him props and say that
king of weed.
he's the king of weed, exactly. But so it popped up, and then for the rest of the vacation, I would play it on my phone when we were getting dressed, and like my little one was like 7 at the time. She's like, "Dad, can you put on Collyweed?" My other daughter's doing the because he's coughing in the middle of the song. She's doing the cough from the bathroom, and
Right.
my wife's unamused by all of it. But
No, they never are.
it's those moments that make
Any
vacation
time, any
special.
time when you drop to the age of your children or child, uh, that's not a good. It's not a good move if you're gonna have any kind of communication with the wife later that day. You just get like that stone wall.
But dude, you're fucking on with your kids. I mean,
Yeah.
you're set.
So Saturday,
Yeah.
so Friday, so we it's a horror hound. We so I got in and I got to my table. I
Let me
went
ask you
upstairs.
first. Who were you looking forward to meeting? Who was on the bill that maybe you hadn't worked with
I had
before?
already worked with Henry Winkler
I saw a
before.
picture of you with him.
Yeah,
He
so
comes up to
I
your
was
kneecap.
yeah, I was like, and it's so like to me, it's one of those things of you go to the Wayback Machine and now you're Kevin Nash on the couch watching Happy Days,
Mm.
and this is like the fucking coolest guy in the world. And then now it's, but I mean since then the show Barry, I mean changed my whole perspective of Henry Winkler. But and he's much closer to the character in Barry than he is, like
Oh, for sure.
yeah, he's just and
I
but
have to
such
remind myself that he was the Fonz sometimes
yeah,
because I
no,
had
it's
that current Winkler in my head.
yeah. And I mean, just it was just nice to catch up and like just like chat, like actually talk, like like two just dudes, is just just we just caught up, and then Linda Blair was there. I didn't get a chance to. I don't leave my table,
Mm.
so my
Don't you think she was kind of hot back in the day?
oh God, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'll tell you who's fucking man. She's 51 now. Is Shannon Elizabeth? She was in those
Striptease?
no
No.
American Pie.
Oh, American Pie.
I just what's this? I
I
got
got
the
to just sit back and watch Kev talking with Shannon Elizabeth. Oh, so you were there,
oh
Murphy?
okay
Murphy must have been in the house.
yeah
Oh, there you go.
yeah she's a fuck. She lives in South Africa now with her husband. So that was kind of cool. She's got a rhino as a pet.
Oh, listen.
Yeah, but she was
I
really
like getting railed by a because like I want to be a rhino, so I
yeah.
watch a
Well,
rhino that looks like me rail
I
me in
actually
the
know.
ass.
I've got the wrestler Rhino's number in my phone. Like you can
I'm
get
good.
you can get gored. But yeah, she was a sweetheart. She was. I mean, I didn't. She was 51. I was just like, wow. Like like that's a very attractive 51-year-old. She was a sweetheart. And then Cord Taylor was there from Slipknot, lead guy from
Mm.
Slipknot. We've done a couple of shows together. We're actually going to be together the fourth, fifth, and sixth in Ypsilanti, and it's actually I think it's at the Ann Arbor Marriott for the Astro Comic Con, which is a good Comic Con up in the Detroit area.
Hmm.
The last time I was up there with Sean Waltman, and we did it in Livonia, but that building got torn down, so we're out towards University of Michigan out that way. So anybody in the Michigan region that would like to come see me,
When's that?
it's the 4th, 5th, and 6th of April.
Oh, right, because we're airing. What are we airing? The 31st. So
Yeah, so
it's this coming weekend.
yeah, so right now I'm hand washing the crotch of my underwear in the sink, getting ready for that.
Kevin
So
Gilbalt's ready for a Sting and Kev photo op. He'll be there next week. Very
yes, me and,
nice.
And I believe Sting is going to wear the red paint one day.
Mm. Will you be
So
wearing a kimono or a lingerie?
um, I don't know. I just want to like Sting to just look at me and just go, uh huh, uh huh,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Um,
So I stopped drinking. So anyway,
what do you have? You have your chamomile tea
yeah.
or whatever the hell he was
So
drinking?
so it was great. So this couple comes up, and now it's Saturday, and it's probably I don't know noonish, 1 o'clock, whatever. And this couple comes up, and they're they've been like both have been fans of me since I was Diesel. So, but they're huge fans of the podcast, and so the husband says that she listens to the podcast when she goes to bed because my voice is so low, it puts her to sleep.
And then my grating screech wakes her up every
No,
5 seconds,
she's
probably.
saying, and she goes, it's so funny because we'll listen to it in the car and we'll make our daughter, who's 10, put on her headphones.
Good. Well done.
And she says that when the daughter hears it and she hears my voice, she says, "Oh, you're listening to the middle finger guy." That's what she that's what she calls me. I'm the middle finger guy. I'm the fuck guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I am. I'm the middle finger guy. I said,
Dom, start
"Sweet."
working on the T-shirt.
Kevin Nash, the middle
Middle
finger
finger
guy.
guy.
So, I thought that was pretty funny.
That's pretty
But
cute.
you know what? It has been so long since and the interaction you have with the people, it's so priceless. And because they're so giving, and they enjoyed your career, and like a lot of times, like I think that's the whole psychology of where John Cena is kind of taking this, is I gave and I gave and I gave and I gave, and you just and this is it, like I'm finishing it.
When you go to the horror fest, any of the like legends from like Robert Englund to Freddy Krueger. Let's
No,
see, who else? Who would I want to meet as a horror film fan? I met Tom Savini, the makeup artist, already, but I would chill with him again. Let me see. What was that?
Tom's a Pittsburgh guy.
He is a Pittsburgh guy. He's a staple in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Dom, you must have. Everyone must know where he lives, right? I mean, because he's.
He lives in my neighborhood.
Does he really? Is
Yeah,
his house weird in any way? Like
I
Stephen
have
King has
no
that.
idea. The one time though, I think I saw him when I worked at Whole Foods, and he was getting an orange juice.
Right.
Is it true that
Blood
his
orange, probably.
is it true that his ass tastes like bacon?
I
heard
when I had
that.
it was more like a hot dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, processed meat.
Still
You're
pork.
right.
Let's see, Lady Boy. Who else? Who else was there? I'm trying to think of some of the little legends, horror legends.
No, because there weren't like Jason wasn't there.
Ah, what about
Uh,
Mike? Any of the Michael Myers guys?
no,
Halloween? No.
there was a lot of just a lot of actors and like that. There was a whole. I was only in one like the rotunda where there was probably maybe 10 of us in this room. So that was kind of like the